Yo, what's going on everyone? This is Mitchell Mander here, and welcome to another review of the Black Clover anime, where we cover an episode 163, and the battle against the Dark Triad continues, with Asta versus Dante, and Yami showing up to help out Asta over here, who is having a bit of trouble here as he's going berserk. Then we also have Vanakan and her Dark Disciples attacking the Heart Kingdom, and Luck gets his moment in this episode. So overall, how was this episode? Well, before I get on to the review, if you like this type of content and you're new to the channel, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Anyways, let's get on to that review, shall we? So we start this episode off where Asta is still going berserk. He's fighting off against Dante. And Dante is like, you know what? You actually managed to strike me, so you know what? I didn't want to have to do this, but yeah, I'm just going to beat you down with my fists. And he literally goes JoJo's Bizarre Adventure style on Asta and just pummels him into oblivion. And Asta falls. Meanwhile, Gray's over here. She's crying over Ghosh, and she actually has a bit of a flashback to her childhood. Now, I thought this was funny when I read this back in the manga like a year ago or so, but yeah, Gray's story is basically a Cinderella story. In fact, I think the chapter was called Cinderella Gray when it came out, because yeah, Gray over here is mistreated by her evil sisters and her mother, kind of similar to Cinderella. And to the point where when she finally learns, she gets her grimoire and she learns transformation magic, she transforms into one of them, and it angers them to the point where they want her dead. So she ends up running away, and she's still in her transformed state, and she ends up running into a bunch of bandits who basically want to take advantage of her. And that's when Ghosh happens to be in the area and saves her, and he doesn't even know it's Gray at the time, but saves her because Marie wanted to save her. But because of this, this actually provided a bit of light into Gray's life, and she eventually joined the Black Bulls. It seems like Gray over here has a bit of a thing for Ghosh, and she desperately wants to save him because it's because of him that she's basically been able to turn her life around. So she even tells him as she actually learns a new spell, seemingly. Don't know if it's a sealing magic or transformation magic, not really sure, but it seals Ghosh's wound. And as she does this, she actually tells Ghosh that, I know it's embarrassing, but I want you to look at me more. So, seems like Ghosh X Gray is a ship that's hopefully going to be sailing in the near future. Dante over here, witnessing this, realizes that Gray is also an arcane stage mage, and declares that along with Vanessa, Gray shall be his woman, who will serve him. Because this dude is seriously a simp for everything. He's a simp for Vanessa, Gray, Lucifer, and of course, Yami. And speaking of Yami, Yami shows up just in the nick of time. And he's just floating in the air casually. It seems like he's mastered monozone over the previous 6 months, so nice job, Yami. And obviously he's not too pleased because Dante over here destroyed his base and has attacked his squad members. So yeah, Yami ain't gonna be too pleased with all this going on while he's away. So, yep, we get Yami versus Dante. Now I gotta say here, Yami is a complete boss in this moment, and it shows how much he's developed in the last 6 months with Monozone. I believe there was an anime canon episode where he was just starting to learn how to use it, and yeah, in 6 months he went from barely knowing a thing about it to being like a complete master at it, because he uses Monozone to basically negate Dante's gravitational magic, which is crazy in of itself, which allows Yami to stand up to Dante and basically be kind of on equal footing with him for the time being. And yeah, Dante over here, he's super excited facing off against Yami, but indicates to Yami that, yeah, I'm actually here to find you because you're part of our plan. And Yami's not too thrilled about that, and he once again uses another monozone technique and manages to seemingly deal a fatal blow on Dante. And yeah, a complete certified boss moment for Yami. We then head over to the Heart Kingdom, which is completely under attack by Vanakan or Dark Disciples. And it turns out that Luck is actually running into one of the Dark Disciples. And this one in particular can use 50% of the Devil's full power. And this guy is pretty tough because no matter what Luck does, he'll damage this guy. He'll just heal right back and his skin basically reacts to Luck's attack. So yeah, Luck is getting pretty much pummeled down, and things are not looking good for Luck over here. We then get a small flashback of Luck when he's training with Gaja, and it was probably presumably towards the beginning of his training, in which he actually tells Luck over here that, hey, you're very proficient when it comes to creation magic, and you should apply this to your legs and your hands, because, if you do this, you'll be able to draw out your strength, and you'll be able to, use this to your advantage during a battle, which Luck does so in this battle. Because, he uses that creation magic that's basically bounced right off of it, and it makes Luck faster and faster with each attack he tries, and he actually starts to get some damage on this dude before he can react. So he encases his entire body in this purple weird stuff, so Luck's attacks will basically do nothing to him. So Luck, in retaliation, basically gets a bunch of creation magic and basically launches off of it like a rocket and just goes right through this dude. And he is seemingly done for, as Luck has pretty much won the battle. Or so he thinks he is. We'll see what happens in the next couple of episodes. So overall, I thought this was another solid episode of Black Clover. And this arc happens to be my favorite arc of the series so far, so I knew when the anime was going to get their hands on this, I was going to enjoy it big time. It's just a bit of a shame that the anime has only 7 more episodes after this episode, and then it's presumably going on break for a while, which means we won't get a conclusion to this arc for a little while, which is a bit disappointing, but what are you going to do? But I like the fact that this episode has quite a bit of good developments for some of our characters. We have Gray developing, learning a brand new spell, which seemingly seals up mortal wounds, which is a pretty broken spell if you ask me. You have Yami, who's just gotten so much more powerful in the last 6 months. Like, imagine if he was this strong during the elf invasion. He'd basically be taking out elves left and right. But we also have Luck over here developing as well, and showing how much he's actually grown in the last 6 months. So I have to say I like the fact that, we're getting to see how these characters have grown in the last 6 months. And we're going to see more characters probably in the next couple of episodes that have been training over the last 6 months and, what they've went through and how much stronger they've gotten. So I'm definitely looking forward to the next couple of episodes. Okay, so that's all I got for this episode review. So another solid episode of Black Clover. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. So guys, in the comment section down below, what did you think of this episode? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Do you ship Gauche and Gray? Do you think Yami is a certified boss, like I do? And is Dante a simp for Lucifer? And Gray and Vanessa, by extension? Post your thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I'll see you all later. Have a great day or night wherever you're at, and peace.